Hey people, so today we'll study selection sort. Okay, so what is selection sort? Whenever we have an array, what is happening is in selection sort, it is assume this is an unsorted array as we have, right? So what we will do is we will first of all choose the minimum element from this array and swap it with the first element or whichever element we are choosing. Okay, so what will happen here? 11 is the minimum element. It will be swapped with 64. 64 will come here, 11 will be here. Now from this remaining elements, which is the minimum? 12. Okay, because 11 is here, 64 is here. So 12 will be chosen from this remaining elements and it will be swapped with this one. Now whatever is the because we are fixing the first element, now we will start from second and then we will swap it with this. You will understand this better with the program. So let us start from integer main. So this is what in the integer main, this part what it is doing, this part is just printing the unsorted array, so don't worry about it much. From here the main part is starting. So what we are doing here, we are calculating the number of elements. So what is the size of array? Here each element is of 4 bytes because it is integer and we have 5 elements. So total size of the array is 20 and size of individual element is 4. So 20 by 4 is 5. So we calculated that the number of elements are 5. So now I'm calling the function selection sort. So if you have noticed, then there is no equal to and there is no variable on this side. So that means that this does not have any return type. So means selection sort here is void. And what we are passing as parameters? The entire array and the number of elements. So let us go to selection sort here. Okay, so this is my array. Let's see how selection sort works. Now in this we are getting the array, the number of elements, and here we are declaring the 3 iterators as integer data type. Okay, so now let me start with using this for loop. For I is equal to 0, I is less than n minus 1. So what is happening here? Why n minus 1? That you will understand after a couple of steps. Okay, so let us go inside the loop. And here I'm taking minimum index as I. So here first, for the first situation, I is equal to 0. So minimum index will be at this location only, which is 0. So now for j is equal to I plus 1, means j is here. If I is 0, j is 1, right? So for j is equal to 1, j is less than n. Now here j will go till n. I was going till n minus 1, which is 22. I was going till here only, but j will go till this location. Why? Because when we are taking j is equal to I plus 1, so that means what? If I is here, j will be here. Okay. Now if I'm taking I till n, means if I is still here, then j will be here. Now this is what? Array index out of bounds, so we cannot do that, right? So that's why I will take I till n minus 1 only. I will go, this I iterator will go till here and j will go till here. Oh, your entire array will get traced. Don't worry about that. Fine. So j is I plus 1, j is less than n. Here it is n and j plus plus. So what is happening here? If ARR is less than ARR minimum index. Now j is what? The first element, this one, first element, and minimum index is the 0th element. Now if this is greater than this, means ARR less than, sorry, this is less than this, then what will happen? Minimum index will become j, means minimum index will be now 1 instead of 0. Fine. So now next again the loop will continue. If ARRJ is ARR minimum index. Now j got incremented. So j is now here and minimum index is here. So ARRJ is less than ARR minimum index. Yes. So minimum index will be here. Now if ARRJ is less than minimum index, j is now here, minimum index is here. Is it less? No. So it will not go inside the if statement. Again, it will be incremented. So ARRJ is here and minimum index is this. Is it true? Yes. So ARRJ is now, so now minimum index is here. Okay, because it is the value of j now. So this is the minimum value which we found from this array. So what we will do? ARR minimum index and ARR I will get swapped. Now what is the value of I? See, note that we didn't change the value of I anywhere. Only j and minimum index were getting incremented and changed, right? So I is still 0. So what we will do? This will come in this location and this will come here. So our array will be 11. Here we had 11. Let me just keep it this. Then 11. After 11, we will have 25, 12, 22 and 64. So this is my array after the first iteration. Now keep this fixed. Why? Because I is incremented to 1, so it will start from 1 only, and j will be I plus 1, so j will start from here. So this will not be touched anymore. Only the iteration, this much array, the sub array will be traced from this. Okay. So now whenever I will get the minimum index, it will be 12. So 12 will be swapped with this. So it will be 11, 12, 25, 22, 64 for the next iteration. Then 25, 22 and 64 will be selection sort will be performed on these. And then finally we will get 11, 12, 22, 25 and 64. So that is how selection sort works. Now let us just see how swap function works. Now we are using ampersands here because we are calling it by reference. We are passing the parameters by reference so that it doesn't just get changed in the scope of the function, but also in the memory location, right? If I'm passing it directly, then what will happen? The changes that I'm doing here won't be reflected in the other parts of the program, right? Whether it is selection sort or in the void main. I want the changes to be permanent. So that's why what I'll do, I'll do it with reference, means using memory locations. So now here, whatever value this is, they are being passed to these two, XP and YP. These are pointers. Okay, so now I'm taking a temporary variable of data type integer and it is storing the value of XP. Okay, so if I'm taking like 5 and 6 are there, so 5 will be stored in temp. Now in XP, I'm overwriting the value of YP. So 6 will be stored in XP now. Okay, so now in YP, I'm writing the temp value. So 5. So now XP is 6 and YP is 5. So this got swapped. 5 and 6 became 6 and 5. So swapping is done like this. Now next is print function. How print is working? We are just taking size. Now what is size? It is the value of n. Okay, directly either let us see from where we called size. See here. In print we passed n as the parameter and this n is getting mapped with size. Okay, so from I is equal to 0, I is less than size, I plus plus, and we are just displaying it. Okay, so I hope you understood this program, selection sorts. Okay, so thank you for watching.